was doing some research on this area where the Fitzgerald was at the time of this event, and I've come across some interesting information. I don't know if it really means anything or not. I'm going to leave that up to you guys out there to decide for yourselves. And the first thing I did, just for scale, and I should have done this a long time ago, to give you an idea of the sizes and distances, down here, very, very near to where this occurred, there's this little tiny spit of an island. And it's only, as you can see here, about 1,300 feet long. It's about 400 meters. So about a quarter mile, roughly, when we see this island, we can then say, okay, if that's a quarter mile, we can then judge other distances. And just to give you an idea, the ACX crystal is 700 feet long, so it's just a little over half as long as this island. So that'll give you an idea when we go to this other map. Now, we've all been here before. This was the AIS track map that we've seen a million times, and here's the crystal. But one thing I want to show you is, as described before, they call this a very busy shipping route. And look at all the ships that are moving through here. Now I'm just going to go ahead and play this forward. Now supposedly somewhere off over here, and just real quick, the time now is a 1:10 prior to the collision here. It's the Fitz was supposed to have been off up here to port of the crystal. Now I'm playing this a little faster than it would be, but I just wanted to give you folks an idea of, look at the traffic, okay? And of course there's the jump everybody knows about. I think I'm playing this at 2x right now, but it's not really about the track here. It's about the traffic. And it's all of the different ships that are around and all of the different motions that these ships are making. Some of them are crossing very close. There's the Kiso we talked about. So just to give you an idea, now we're going to go back. Okay, this is the beginning, and I'm going to start again here. Look at all these ships. Okay, and this was, like I said, early morning hours. At that time, it was it was a Sunday night to a Monday morning. And there's a couple dozen or more different ships in this region here. And remember that little island I told you about? It's right here. Okay, and this represents about a quarter of a mile in distance. So when we see this, you can see how close, like, the Wan Hai was. I measured it out, and about 1.75 miles away as this plays forward. The Wan Hai 266, the ship that was running parallel. You see it up here. This distance here is roughly about 1.75 miles. And you can see look how close these ships are up here. Those two pretty much almost ran over each other. And they close to even less here. And these ships, like I said, they're 1/8 of a mile big themselves. And when they're 1.75 miles away, they're right there. Now, the reason I went through that twice, and thank you for your patience, was I wanted to show you something now. Okay? This is the current state of vessels in that region right now. What do you notice? Or what don't you notice? We got 1, 2, maybe 3. So much for it being a busy shipping route. I wonder what could have happened to make traffic divert away from this shipping route. I mean, we went from 2 dozen, perhaps 3 dozen ships moving through there at any one snapshot in time. I think we were looking at 1 a.m. local time to 3 a.m. local time, and we saw nothing less than probably 30 ships. Now, we see virtually none. Nothing. See, sometimes we make the mistake of thinking that just because we don't see something reported, or we don't, here in America, get the information, that doesn't mean the Japanese aren't getting it. This idea of a mine in that area absolutely would cause shipping companies and insurers to say nobody is going through there. You know, there's a couple of foolhardy folks here that are probably private organizations, probably trying to save a few extra bucks by taking their chances cutting through there. But it looks like the vast majority of folks have realized that something right here is not right. Because there are absolutely no ships whatsoever in that area. And I've been watching this now for most of the day, and there hasn't been one, maybe two, straggle through there. And this is the exact same reason. This is a Oshima Island. This is that little spit of land we were talking about. And you can zoom in, and for some reason, it's empty. You can see some stuff up here, and you can see some stuff out there. But right there in this region, where this all happened, nothing. Absolutely barren. And you can go to, you know, any vessel finding service and look at this. And you can see this incredibly huge area right around where this happened being avoided like the plague. So I think that probably seals the deal for something in that area like a mine or something else. Who knows? But business people are in business to make money, not lose it. And even though we can, you know, as a country, take a hit like that where a ship gets hit and we've got to foot out now $500 million to completely refit the thing. That's not something that a container company would put them out of business to put one of their ships on the bottom. I guarantee their insurers are saying something, you know, to the effect of, you know, we don't know for sure what, but just for safety's sake, we're going to avoid that region completely. And I'm going to zoom out here just in case you think it's just outside that region. There is nothing anywhere near here. And it seems like they're all going out here. And they're avoiding this. We got this 1, 2 here, and then this one right here. And I think he actually came down. I was watching. He came down here and made a turn. He didn't come through here. So, anyway, just another strange coincidence. But we will talk to you next time. Like, share, subscribe.